One of the most important lessons that I've learned starting and running a nonprofit is how important storytelling is. I started and ran a nonprofit called Girls Start to empower girls in math, science, engineering, and technology. And I learned early on that the way to get great stories is not to go out, say to programs, hey, give me a great story that's going to make a donor cry. It's way too much pressure, and it's not going to help you build a good relationship with your programs team. So I'm going to give you 3 tips for how to solicit great stories from the front lines. And my first tip on soliciting stories is ask programs questions. Don't ask programs to tell you a tear-jerking story. Ask them who came for help. What were they like? What were their challenges? How did we help them? How did it make them feel? How did it make you feel? Those are great questions to ask them. It takes the pressure off. My second piece of advice is to solicit great stories from the front lines, as many opportunities as you have. At Girl Start, we asked for stories on our program applications. We asked for stories on our program surveys and evaluations. And we asked for stories when we were in the field doing programs. We were asking the girls, we were asking the volunteers, we were asking interns, we were asking donors, we were asking teachers, we were asking parents. We got lots of stories that way. We also celebrated when we had great stories. We would start a staff meeting off with a great story and really celebrate it. And my last tip is to create a culture of philanthropy with programs where you encourage and reward storytelling and make it easy for people. So that could look like giving programs a cheat sheet of donors and programs giving development a cheat sheet on programs. It could look like inviting programs to shadow and ask with a donor. It could look like programs inviting development out into the field to do a program. It could be as simple as inviting programs to a development planning meeting or vice versa. It could mean inviting programs to create like a donor VIP experience, like a donor showcase at one of their program events. My advice here is to reward assist as much as points scored. Programs are out there in the field doing noble work for the cause, and they are not doing face-to-face solicitations, but development gets the glory when a big gift comes in. At Girl Start, we had a cowbell, and we would ring the cowbell when we got a large gift in the door. And so we invited programs to come in and ring the bell because they had done a lot to help us get there. So my final piece of advice is to celebrate what you want more of.